just a moment. But first tonight. The city of Hardin will soon once again have its own police force. The hope is to have boots on the ground by the end of the year. Q2's Russ Riesinger caught up with the new chief, who's working hard to get the new department up and running.
Hardin's police chief Donald Babin has been on the job for a little over a month now, and he's got a tough assignment, essentially building a brand new police department entirely from scratch.
It's been a long time since the city of Hardin has had its own police department. For most of the last half-century, the city has paid the Bighorn County Sheriff's Office to provide law enforcement, but that's about to change.
We're going to put a canopy over it that says police. We're going to put 2 blue lights on each side of the door. So this will be the police department.
Donald Babin is the chief in charge of making it happen.
That will be the patch that's on the vehicles and on the facade of the building.
He's been a busy guy since arriving in Montana from Georgia, where he spent 15 years after growing up and beginning his law enforcement career in Massachusetts.
So working on policy, it's really intense. The other thing is just getting equipment and finding prices, good prices, because I do believe in fiscal responsibility.
The new chief doesn't have much of a choice when it comes to that. He's building the new department on a tight budget of around $500,000. That means looking for the best deals possible.
These are the FN 5.7 by 28 millimeters.
On everything from guns to vehicles, some bought used, others donated, like these from Gallatin County. The other challenge, finding staff. The hope is to have 5 people on board by the end of the year, 8 eventually.
It's tough to hire people. The pool's getting very slim. Stuff going across the country is, who wants to be a police officer today? But again, it takes a special person, and it takes a special commitment.
Hardin hasn't had much luck with previous attempts to start its own police department since consolidating law enforcement with the county in 1976. In 2009, the city almost signed a deal with American Police Force to have Guantanamo Bay prisoners housed in its empty Two River jail, funding a police department with the proceeds. But it all turned out to be a scam by a felon who was later put in jail.
I think the city has some... They were probably nervous to moving forward, but I think somebody that is fiscal responsible, knows what they're doing, I think can make this a great premier law enforcement agency for the city.
Babin believes that will make a big difference in Hardin with a more visible police presence that can concentrate on what's happening inside city limits.
I think it's going to be a sense of pride. I believe in law and order. And I think that's what Hardin's looking for. And I think once we get boots on the ground, I think it's really going to come up.
In Hardin, I'm Russ Riesinger reporting for MTN News.